Of the few people that are unjustifiably attacking the distinguished Senator Natasha, I can't see any reason why the former senator, which is now the First Lady, Remi Tinubu, will be on that list. Dear First Lady Ma, is it that you've forgotten? Now, before I even go into what she said, that's what she said, saying that the Senate is a place for serious-minded and matured people, not a place for controversy. That's what the former senator, the current First Lady, said in her own attack on Senator Natasha. Now, who is this Senator Remi Tinubu? In her days in the Senate, what were her antecedents? How serious-minded was her business in the Senate? Maybe these people think social media does forget. Unfortunately, they got it all wrong. Now, watch this video.
Which I explained and we discussed. So, you can ask him that question now. But, distinguished colleagues, order! Order! Why I'm taking order? Order, distinguished Senator Tinubu. Somebody's on the floor. On that side. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, why I'm taking us through this thing is because the nation is watching us.
Stop us. But you don't come to on the other side and start dictating to us. Do you want us to protect you, or do you want us to defend you, or you want to be on your own? Because do you realize that the Senate, off that mic and let me finish. Do you realize that the Senate, when we constitute this, whatever the law gives, we can also suspend you? Do you realize that? No, sir.
I
it
will
doesn't
not
come
sit
here on camera.
and threaten me with suspicion.
We are not threatening
I am a
you. I
senator
said
like
we are
you.
not threatening you.
I will not sit
Sir,
you threatening your suspension.
With all due respect, sir.
With all due respect to you, I won't sit here. You are my colleague. You are a senator like me. You cannot threaten me with suspension. I take exception, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Off that man. You are digging a hole for yourself.
Excuse me.
All right, then. Go and bury me.
Okay? I'm also another woman.
Yes,
So that was how serious-minded and matured the Senate was when Senator Remi Tinubu was there. This woman basically turned the Senate floor to a market ground, a market square, with her market attitude in her own time. And to realize that such a woman today will stand to accuse the Senator Natasha of being, what was the language she used? Of being controversial on the floor of the Senate, supporting her illegal and unlawful suspension, that is disheartening. If a woman who physically fought, engaged in quarrels, fight men in the floor of Senate, was never suspended, and based on all credit to the leadership then, Senate President Bukola Saraki, who was very matured and as a leader, was able to control the situation. Now, looking at the video you've just seen, looking at the attitude and characters of Senator Remi Tinubu in her days in the Senate, and what Senator Natasha did that she has just been suspended for, who among these two should be suspended? Senator Natasha said she was sexually harassed and that she has facts to prove it. Then she formally submitted a petition, and the response to that petition was suspension. But a certain Senator Remi Tinubu attacked the unattackable, meted all sorts of violence and aggression on people in the same Senate in her days. She was never suspended. Now you can see the difference in terms of leadership. Nigerians will continue to miss Senate President Bukola Saraki. Unlike the Oga we have there now, Senator Akpabio, you are just the kind of Senate President that Nigerians wish never happened to this country. We thought we saw the worst with Ahmed Lawan. We never knew that the worst was yet to come. Now here we are. Meanwhile, First Lady Kettle must stop calling pot black, because it is only in Nigeria we have things like that. What you have done in the past that nothing happened, perhaps maybe because you are of the Tinibus, and maybe the lady Natasha does not have the kind of backup you have, so you can do and go away with it. But in her own case, what happened? She's been sent home. If Nigeria was a place where the law and the justice system is in order, it will not take the lady Natasha in 2-3 days to return back to that red chamber. But as we all know, there is a constituted occult group. I don't know. That place is more acting like a deadly confraternity. And the funniest of all is no senator stood in defense of this lady that I can see. Everybody was just one-sided. Nobody dare go against the Senate president because they know whose allegiance, where the Senate president's allegiance lie. Nobody wants to be against the powers that be. And Senator Natasha became a victim. And if a senator of the Federal Republic can be that victimized, you ordinary man on the street that is supporting what you don't know, I wonder what your fate become when your time comes in any form. Well, First Lady Remi Tinubu, before you talk next time, have it in mind that we Nigerians, we have all your past record, even though we are unable to act on them now. But a day will come, judgment will visit you all. Kettle calling pot black, rubbish.